And last but definitely not the least, our joint winner of the Asian Animal Health Award 2024 Best Veterinary Practitioner. She is a member of the Department of Agriculture Scientific and Technical Review Panel on Biotechnology. She has crafted many risk assessment reports and lent her expertise on the effects of genetically modified organisms on the health of animals and the safety of the animal products derived from them for human consumption. She continues to involve herself in various multi-sectoral committees formed by the government that are focused on food security through food, animal, and agricultural productivity, antimicrobial resistance campaign, delivery on animal health programs, veterinary public health, and One Health concerns, zoonotic diseases, and many others. Please put your hands together to Asian Animal Health Award 2024 Best Veterinary Practitioner, Dr. Edna Sinaida Villacorte.
Good afternoon to everyone. This is always a challenge for being the last speaker. I have to hurry up with my presentation, and at the same time, I have to keep you in place. So to start off, I will not do many introductions, but I will go right to my presentation. Otherwise, I lose my seconds. Okay. So today, I will be presenting the animal health situation in the Philippines as we face the challenges of One Health and sustainable food security. This would be the outline of my presentation, giving you some insights on what the Philippines is, the challenges, the animal health strategies, the One Health strategies, AMR stewardship, facing off with African swine fever, addressing avian influenza, and some other programs that we have in the country. As you all know, the Philippines has 7,641 islands. We just hope we don't lose some of them in the future. It is a mega diversity country with a lot of land and animal species endemism, and it covers about 25% of the genera of plants and 50% of terrestrial wildlife. The Philippines right now has 117.3 million people. And as far as the animals are concerned, we have 10.8 million head, chickens 202.8 million head, cattle 2.59, and the aquaculture output is 4.26 million tons. We used to have about 15 million head of swine, according to our swine raisers. We lost 5 million of them due to African swine fever. For economic indicators, it is forecasted that we will be rising to 6.2% in 2024. And right now, we registered the highest GDP in ASEAN at 5.6%. Goldman Sachs Investment Research Group has forecasted that we will maintain it at 6% from 2024 to 2030. The value of production of agriculture is as follows. Livestock is 14.9, poultry 14.8, fisheries, all in percentages, with a value of 183 billion pesos. For poultry, it's 187 billion pesos, and for the aquaculture, it's the figure, I lost the figure, but it's trillion pesos. So what are the challenges that we have as we face the challenges of One Health as well as sustainable food security? The General Appropriations Act of the country right now has only allotted 3.4% of the total agricultural fund. So it is not parallel with the contributions of livestock and poultry to the economy when we are only getting 3.4%. And as I've shown you earlier, Our country is composed of so many islands. That's why animal movement is quite a challenge to us. There are just too many exit and entry points to control whenever there is a disease outbreak. We have already started the advocacy for the One Health, and Filipinos, laymen, and practitioners are already incorporating One Health into the system. But right now, we can say that we still have far to go as far as completing this task. We also have to prioritize and balance manpower with the work at hand. As you all know, we are losing to the small animal practitioners versus for the livestock or food animal health people or workers. We still have the continued cases of African swine fever, and we have avian influenza and other zoonotic and economically important diseases. And of course, I think this is a problem for many countries in the world: urbanization, climate change, and other environmental conditions. It is sad to note that many of the lands in the Philippines, from the being agriculture, are being now turned into real estate, amusement parks, and so on and so forth. These are our animal health strategies. We have 3 bureaus or agencies that cover animal health in the Philippines. So for the terrestrial, domestic, we have the Bureau of Animal Industry. For the aquaculture species, we have the Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources. And for the wildlife, terrestrial animals, we have the Biodiversity Management Bureau. We have existing laws on animal health, food safety, and favorable national policies. The Philippines has just have too many lawyers and too many politicians. That's why we cannot do anything without any piece of legislation present. Otherwise, we won't get the budget we need to implement the program. So we have the Animal Welfare Act, we have the Food Safety Act, we have the Rabies Act, all of this, and also we have the Act for the fishery sector, and we have the Wildlife Act. All of these were made available through our legislators, and funds are there, but definitely not enough to come up with a very good percentage of success in the implementation. These are the animal health strategies that other animal health strategies that we're implementing. We have the regional, provincial, city, and municipal pool of veterinarians. We have to thank another piece of legislation, which is the Local Government Code, that allowed us to establish veterinary offices in the different local government units. However, there is one proviso there. If the local government unit has the funds, it can create the office. And most of these local government units that have the funds are the highly urbanized ones, wherein food animal production is not popular. We also have to we are now strengthening the use of our paraprofessionals, because right now the country is about 12,000 pool of vets in the country, but we have an enormous task to face. So we have to really rely much on the work of the paraprofessionals in delivering government services. And we have the active involvement of non-government and government stakeholders, from farmers group to the academe to the professionals. And this is one of the work that I am highly active in, the National Advisory Committee for Animal Disease Control and Emergency. This particular committee was created by the Secretary of Agriculture in order to help or provide recommendations as far as animal health is concerned. So it is not merely making recommendation, but we have to gather information from the field, ask resource speakers, consult literatures, consult the experts, and do a lot of discussion. And if need be, we need to create focus groups or technical working groups in order to discuss one particular item so that we can come up with a recommendation to the Secretary of Agriculture. We also have the guidance of roadmaps through the joint efforts of the stakeholders. So our group is also active in the formulation or development of these roadmaps. We have the one for hog industry, the poultry broiler industry, the small ruminant industry, and the dairy industry. I should have made the apologies earlier. Much of my discussions rests on food animal health because I'm trying to align it with our theme, which is sustainable food security. And of course, we have the guidance of the international bodies like WOA, FAO, WHO, and Codex Alimentarius. We used a lot of WOA statements during our heated discussions on the use of ASF vaccine in the country. So we relied much on what WOA recommended, and the legislators listened to us, and the issue is now parked for the meantime until we have the necessary document, evidence-based, risk-based, science-based study on the use of the ASF vaccine. So these are the One Health strategies. We have to come up with really good advocacy campaign, and I think we will pattern it after Dr. Kurauchi's model that he gave. And this is the second important one. We have to lobby for a legislation. As I've said earlier, we have too many lawyers and politicians. That's why we cannot move unless there is a piece of legislation that will mandate us to perform certain projects and activities. One Health becomes a responsibility, not just a concept, and then there should be mandatory joint and holistic collaborations among the three triads. So we need to pull this together. If they will be working on their own, for instance, the health group, the environment group, and the animal group will just be working on its own, will not be able to come up with a good One Health program in the country. So we need that legislation. And my group and I are trying to work on the draft now. So wish us luck. We hope we can come up with it in the next Congress, which is about to come in next year. Okay. So for the AMR stewardship, we have working collaborations. Meantime, we have existing projects on One Health that we work with the different departments, Department of Environment, Department of Health, and of course the Department of Agriculture. So we work on the viral spillover of diseases from wildlife, enhancement of food safety regulations, and then we do joint risk reduction, disaster, and emergency quick response for diseases. So that is our One Health right now. For the AMR stewardship, this is the plan for the AMR stewardship in the country. We have the Philippine Action Plan. We need to establish an uninterrupted access to antimicrobials that are necessary for the health of humans, while trying to discourage the animal producers and professionals to use these antibiotics for animals. Then we have to create the awareness and understanding, as well as we have to capacitate our surveillance and laboratory. We have to advocate for rational use of antimicrobials, as well as, of course, innovation and research, and reduce the incidence of infection. Right now, I am chairing the committee that is crafting the veterinary antimicrobial therapeutic guideline, so that all professionals or veterinary professionals in the country would be guided by this document. And as a part of to influence the professionals to do AMR stewardship, I tried to come up with an acronym for mnemonic purposes. So this is it. The veterinarian with a different with a different equivalent so that they can easily remember what to do, no, for AMR stewardship. So we're trying to use this as an advocacy campaign material for AMR stewardship. Okay, now on ASF, this is the existing situation right now as of February 2024. We still have 10 regions suffering, no, from ASF. And this is the program for ASF. We continue to have surveillance. We continue to engage the stakeholders. We continue to increase the capability and awareness, especially on biosecurity. And then we came up with a program that will fund repopulation among the farmers, however, on the condition that they properly observe the biosecurity measures and they follow the good animal husbandry practices. Okay. Now, for the avian influenza, this is our current situation right now, as reported to Dr. Ronel in WA. So we still have ongoing cases that we're trying to resolve, but many of the provinces we have resolved the issue. So this is the avian influenza program. We need to really strengthen our cross-border management, our biosecurity and IEC, the diagnostic capability, as well as disease monitoring and surveillance, culling and disposal. And this is one big problem because we need to get the funds to pay off the farmers when we cull and dispose of the affected birds. And then regulation and management of local transport. And finally, we have a program for recovery and repopulation. Now, we also have Salmonella. This is one of the focus programs of the government right now, which is the National Salmonella Prevention and Control Program. And I was inspired by the paper of Dr. Misawa. We will try to incorporate that in our programs for disinfection and cleaning of the birds. Okay? And another program, and I heard Dr. Ronel emphasize this earlier, this is the rabies program. Although this is not involved with food security, but just as well, it is a very important zoonotic problem in the country, and we would like to comply with the 2030 target to eradicate rabies globally. So we use the STOP-R program, sociocultural, technical, organizational, policy advocacy, resources in the program for eliminating rabies in the country. And finally, as a veterinarian, I've said earlier, I used to treat animal health as a career and responsibility. However, after more than 4 decades of practice, I am now treating animal health as family and One Health as my extended family. Because love, concern for the future are already infused in me, to take care of animal health and One Health. So as a veterinarian, and I'm talking for the entire veterinary group in the Philippines, although I did not ask for their permission, but I know we have one goal in mind. The Philippines is committed in contributing to global efforts for One Health and sustainable food security, especially in our own region in Asia. We, the Filipino veterinarians, shall continue to work hard towards ensuring the well-being of future generations through sustainable food animal production, comported with the health of people, health of the environment, and health of the animals. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Thank you very much to our recipient today.
I think we have a little that we something that we will surprise to our recipient, right? You would like to do it now? Okay, maybe I would like to invite Dr. Edna to the stage. Yeah, someone would like to congratulate you with, with the flowers. Yes. Anyway.
So dramatic. This from PBB and Dr. Tanu. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Thanat, and also congratulations to Dr. Edna. Thank you. Is this okay? Yes, I think we are, Dr. Corazon, I think we are now going to the closing, right? And we would like to invite you all to the award ceremony this evening. It will be start at 6:30 at the V Theater. So you will congratulate, and also should be something that you a memorable event for FAVA that we are looking forward to welcome you all.